Welcome. Today we're going to talk about cymatic force fields and how they could be of use to many applications, from everyday infrastructure to spaceships and even people. Let's get started. If you read the book or seen the movie Dune, you'd probably remember the characters wearing bracelets that, when turned on, make a buzzing noise and provide the characters with personal force fields. These force fields are well known for being able to stop objects moving at high speeds, such as a bullet. How would this scientifically work? Some people think force fields are magnetic, but this is impractical because the amount of energy that would have to go into a superconducting magnet in an attempt to repel ammunition is way too much. What makes way more sense is cymatics. Cymatics is the science of how sound can shape matter on the visible scale as well as the atomic scale. Sound is a pressure wave, which means that as you listen to me speak, my voice is physically shaping the air around your head, which then gets converted to an electrical signal on impact with your eardrums. Sound causes mechanical stress in matter, including gas like oxygen and solids like our eardrums. Silicon atoms are tightly bonded, which means that the electrons rotating around the silicon atoms are covalent or interlaced, and act like a figure eight of shifting fabric. This tight locking combined with mechanical stress from sound or pressure waves causes alternating pressures in the covalent figure eight fabric, moving the electrons. This makes silicon a piezoelectric material, which means it turns sound and vibration into electricity. And the other way around, if you send electricity through silicon, it makes noise. The frequency of that noise depends on the current, whereas the loudness depends on the voltage. Silicon is commonly used in speakers for this reason. Piezoelectric sensors are very cheap and easy to get. It's labeled a sensor, but really it's just silicon and brass, so it has both input and output. These piezo sensors don't emit much sound by themselves, but when they are attached to a larger object, it uses the larger object as a resonator, making the level of sound ideal for cymatics. This larger object could be the human body, or a spaceship. Either way, the current and voltage traveling through a piezoelectric bracelet with no external power source is too low to be harmful to the human body. The reason I say this is because having both electricity and sound travel through your body produces a cymatic and magnetic field, enhancing the sound's ability to hold things in place. Because sound is a pressure wave that bends matter, and electricity produces a magnetic field that bends space, this bracelet has the potential to create a full-body force field that is resistant to kinetic energy, because on a quantum level, holding things in place simulates the cold. The kinetic energy is equivalent to thermal energy, or heat. You can compare a bullet to water, and ice to a force field. As the water travels into a colder climate, it slows down and becomes ice. This cymagnetic bracelet has the potential to stop bullets on contact with the cymagnetic field. But slower moving objects, such as knives, might get through the field. That really depends on the frequency of the bracelet. For example, in Dune, the personal force fields produced by their bracelet couldn't stop slow moving blades and looked like a cloudy blue aura surrounding their body. Whereas in The Foundation by Isaac Asimov, the force fields projected from their bracelets looked much more solid and symmetrical. A yellow hexagonal grid surrounding their body, and you couldn't even get a slow-moving hand past them. The royalty wearing the bracelets wanted to be seen as untouchable. It makes sense that the difference between the bracelets in Dune and The Foundation is that the ones in Dune are likely on a longer wavelength of sound, which is bass, explaining the cloud visual, and the Foundation bracelets are a shorter wavelength, higher pitch sound, causing a compression of field density. There would be a graphite polymer battery embedded in the bracelet, with a switch that activates the field by delivering electricity to the inner silicon or quartz touching your skin. And cymatics can also be used for plasma. Lightsabers have kyber crystals to form the plasma ejecting from the copper or graphite cylinder inside of the handle. What if kyber crystals were piezoelectric quartz crystals that emitted sound to form the plasma? This science also allows us to propel hot plasma using ultrasound laser systems, like a long-range acoustic device, to direct and confine or collimate the plasma. That'll be all for today. If you feel like donating to our project, check the description below. We have a Patreon and an NFT collection. If you like what you learned, share with friends and family and consider subscribing. We greatly appreciate your awareness and willingness to learn. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next Thursday.